Welcome to Tamer Bowling Video Ball Reviews. Thanks to Greg Bickta and the Perfect Aim Pro Shop for drilling our test equipment. Today we are testing the new Storm Code Black. Our first tester is Guy Porr, a high-speed cranker with a 625 RPM rev rate. And our second tester is Tamer Elbaga, a medium-speed lefty tweener with a 350 RPM rev rate. So first impressions, the Storm Code Black is the prototypical storm ball if ever there was one. Good length, an amazing punch down lane. This is what skid flip looks like when done well. For value, we gave the Storm Code Black an 8 out of 10. The Storm Code Black is in their premier lineup, and while it costs top dollar, I don't see anyone regretting picking it up. The only knock from a value perspective would be Storm reusing the R2S cover stock formulation, but then again, that's what makes it, so Storm. R2S just plain works. Overall, we gave the Storm Code Black a 9 out of 10. As mentioned earlier, this is the epitome of Storm in my mind. You have a ball with a very well-known and successful R2S cover stock, and this cover stock is naturally clean through the mids and has a medium to high reaction to dry boards. Add this strong asymmetrical core and basically you get a late rolling ball with a strong move off the dry accentuated by the high asymmetry. The hallmark of Storm bowling balls has been this chemistry of strong reaction off the dry boards, which yields high entry angles and reliable downlane motion. There's something to be said for trusting a ball you can throw away from the pocket and know that it will recover with potency. So Guy was our first tester. Firstly, I realize that Guy's roll is impressive and is not reproducible for many of us, but that's why we have two testers. For Guy, the ball did precisely what I described previously. With his hand, he can easily cover the whole length, but he found a comfort zone just inside the fourth arrow on this medium house shot, targeting around 21 at the arrows to 7 at the break point with about a 6.5 degree entry angle. The ball just barrels through the pins. Obviously, if he tried hard enough, he can blow through the break point, but as expected, Guy had missed room to the outside as the ball just seems to be capable of recovering from anywhere. This cover has such a strong reaction to dry boards along with a potent asymmetric core. The Code Black never looked obviously out of juice at the pins for Guy, which can happen at times with strong asym cores. It was a grip it and rip it reaction with 100% trust. I was the second tester. With almost half of Guy's rev rate, I can't quite throw it anywhere. I'm a little more of a finesse bowler. For me, very similar to Guy, due to the rev speed matchup, the ball makes an explosive move off the dry. You just see a full-on transition of energy, which makes for a defined move. The caveat for me was that it was a little easier to see when the limits have been reached. My comfort zone was 17 to 6 with about 7 degrees of entry angle. At times when I just had to get too deep to accommodate for the big move down lane, the ball occasionally ran out of steam at the pins, leaving flat corners. Again, never a question that we would make a move. Sometimes the downside of this, especially for tweeners, is that there will be times you might be trapped. If you go too direct, you risk splits like 4-9 or 6-8 for lefties, and if you get too deep, you risk flat corners. Those are times when symmetric cores will be your savior. But when you have some room, this ball works great. So final thoughts for the Storm Code Black. Honestly, we've said it already. It's really that storm motion we know well. It's clean through the mids and has a guaranteed move off the dry. The asymmetric core accentuates the strong reaction down lane. With that said, we also know very well that the R2S cover can easily be tweaked with good effect, so you can always tame down that strong reaction down lane. If you have a snap lock, know that this ball is a great step down. It's basically a bit cleaner with more pop off the dry. It's clear that the Code balls with the Rad 4 core have been very successful overseas, so it's about time Storm brought them over to the States for our enjoyment.
watching Tamer Bowling Video Ball Reviews.